It's the fourth week in November, and it's your turn to host Thanksgiving for the entire family at your house. You begin writing your shopping list for Thanksgiving dinner, and you know the one item that must top the list is your turkey, followed by your mac and cheese, salad dressings, asparagus, and the list goes on. Turkey has become closely associated with Thanksgiving and is usually the bird of choice to be prepared during celebrations like Christmas or New Year. So, it's no surprise that when turkey is mentioned, images of a wholesome family time around the dining table come to mind for some people. Turkeys are large birds in the subfamily Meleagridae. There are two living species of turkey, the wild turkey, Meleagris gaiapavo, native to eastern and central North America, and the ocellated turkey, Meleagris ocellate, of the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. Domestication of turkey probably began with the Indians of pre-Columbian Mexico. In the early 1500s, these birds were first taken to Spain and were spread throughout Europe until they reached England in 1541. As their popularity increased in England, the name turkey fowls, formerly known as guinea fowl, was given to these birds. Turkeys were mainly bred for their beautifully colored feathers, until about 1935, when breeding emphasis began to center more on the quality of its meat. Male turkeys are called toms or gobblers, and the females are called hens. The males are bigger, more colorful, and have more prominent feathers than females. They have dark plumage and large fanning tails. They also have prominent snoods, which is a fleshy bulge above their beak, and wattles, which is the fleshy throat underneath their throat, and spurs. Today, on Need for Knowledge, we go behind the scenes to see how turkeys are farmed and how millions of turkeys are processed for their meat. Turkey farming is the process of raising turkeys for its meat or eggs, as food or for money. They are one of the major livestock that contribute both nutritionally and economically to any country. Since the 1970s, turkey production has increased by 110%, and factory farmed turkeys are strictly controlled to maximize the final weight of the turkey in order to optimize profit. That said, turkeys are said to have the leanest meat of all the poultry species. Turkeys can either be reared domestically or commercially. However, commercial turkeys are larger in size and have heavier musculature than those reared domestically. Naturally, turkeys are good breeders as the hens can hatch up to 10 to 15 eggs. Breeding typically takes up to 4 weeks, but may extend to 5 to 6 weeks during winter. For commercial purposes, hens need to be artificially inseminated, where semen derived from the male turkeys is inserted into the female hens. Later on, in the breeding seasons, the female hens are inseminated more frequently or with additional semen due to a natural decrease in their fertility. After insemination or natural fertilization, eggs are laid and need to be incubated, which takes about 28 days and could either be done naturally or artificially. Thousands of chicks get hatched at once in commercial production in sterile incubators that mimic a mother's warmth. In this method, the eggs should be turned hourly in order to spread warmth around the eggs. About 25,000 hens are commercially bred, laying 80 to 100 eggs each in a 25-week laying cycle. Turkeys can be reared under a free-range system or intensive system. In a free-range system, suitable land is chosen, and the turkeys are allowed to roam freely with no restrictions. While in an intensive system, livestock spends their lives enclosed in barns with floors lined with litter made up of wood shavings. There are several differences between both method systems, but the major advantage of the free-range system is that it reduces the feed cost, requires low investment, and the cost-benefit ratio is high. On the other hand, the advantage of the intensive rearing system includes improved production efficiency, better management, and disease control. Millions of chicks don't survive the first few weeks of farm life due to the stress and harsh environments, as they usually stop eating and ultimately starve to death. Female turkeys take approximately 14 weeks to reach an ideal market size of 15.5 pounds, while their male counterparts take 18 weeks to reach 38 pounds. Varieties of turkeys are differentiated into wild and domestic turkeys based on their ability to fly. Wild turkeys can fly, while domesticated ones cannot, and their feather colors, which may either be white, black, red, gray, blue, bronze, copper, or bright red. These colorful turkey feathers can also be used as decorations, boas, or shawls. Various breeds of turkey include the Beltsville small white turkey, black turkey, blue state turkey, bourbon reds turkey, broad-breasted white turkey, midget white turkey, and more. Turkeys have been known to be aggressive towards humans and other animals, as they display a pecking order to show their dominance. Turkeys can be very panicky, so entry of visitors into their pen should be restricted. Certain steps are taken to reduce the amount of harm they cause, such as debeaking, desnooding, and toe clipping. Debeaking is the process of removing the tip of the beak and is usually done when the chicks are less than 5 weeks old, to prevent cannibalism and feather picking. Desnooding is the removal of the snood, usually from a tom, and toe clipping may involve the removal of the entire toenail. On the farm, there are various methods of feeding turkeys, which include pellet feeding and mash feeding. Mash feeding is preferred because it allows for uniform growth, although pellet feeding yields better results. The nutritional requirement for both sexes varies. Therefore, toms and hens should be reared separately for better results. A change in their diet should be done gradually in order to allow time for adaptation, and there should also be a constant clean water supply at all times. Turkey chicks are usually fed a mashed mixture containing maize, wheat offal, groundnut cake, and soy meal. They are later switched to a grower mixture by adding palm kernel cake, which enables them to put on weight very quickly, as palm kernel cake is high in fat and protein. It takes approximately 80 pounds of feed to get a male turkey to its mature size. With modern technology and equipment, turkey processing has become easier. The birds are usually gathered together by herding and loaded into trucks using conveyor belts, which helps to minimize the workload on the employees. Turkeys are kept in a holding crate until it's time to unload them for stunning. Stunning could either be done using carbon dioxide or electricity. In electrical stunning, the heads of the turkey are immersed in a water bath and electric current is passed simultaneously, compared to the other type, which uses carbon dioxide gas. Stunning renders the animals unconscious and insensitive to pain and is usually done in full darkness to prevent agitation of the birds. After stunning, turkeys are bled, and the blood is allowed to drain out, after which they are scalded to loosen the feathers before they are removed. The guts are emptied, and the carcasses are put into cold water tanks for several hours to reduce the temperature rapidly. Carcasses are eventually removed from the water, cut into different parts, and deboned, and the pieces are made available for sale in institutions, restaurants, and grocery stores. The quality of turkey meat is highest after processing, and the maintenance of this quality depends on the steps taken to curb microbial contamination. To prevent various health hazards, meat bought or reared should be washed and cooked properly to kill any microorganisms acquired during the whole process of getting the meat to the final consumer. Thank you for watching this episode of Need for Knowledge, and we will see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for new videos.